Hello and welcome to the pre-match show as we take on Wrexham AFC at 3 p.m. at the JobServe Community Stadium. Before we get into anything else, you can have a look at the team that Danny Cowley has selected for this afternoon on our website and our social media. So make sure you head there to see who will be in action today. And before we get into anything else, it's time to hear from the man who chose the starting 11.
Danny, really exciting few days. Stockport next Tuesday, but first of all, Wrexham on Saturday.
Yeah, brilliant few days for us. I think for anybody associated with Colchester United, they've got to be super excited about what is to come. We play Wrexham and then Stockport County, and it's always great to play the best teams in the division, and we're obviously really looking forward to it.
And the position we're in, it's got to be about us first, and you worry less about the opposition and just making sure we're doing everything we need to do.
I think so. I think for us, we had a really good Easter. I think we take 4 points from the two games. We had a brilliant game on Good Friday. I thought the support at home was just incredible, the way they stayed with the team. We had so many chances, second half, we had so much dominance in that game, and unfortunately we couldn't take those chances, and the crowd just stayed really patient, stayed with us, and I think they played their part in that win, because I think if they'd got frustrated, then maybe Ellis puts the ball in the box earlier than he did. He ended up being patient, working it round to Jay off the switch of play, and then Jay and Harry combined and we scored that goal and had that brilliant moment. And when we left the stadium on the Friday, it was such a great feeling, and it felt like such a connection between the players and the supporters, which is so important. And of course, we find out that just earlier this week that the game is sold out in the home end, which is just incredible. I don't think there's another team that is in the position that we're in that sells their home end out. And we're so thankful to the people of Colchester and the people of Essex that they get behind the team in the way that they do.
And how easy or difficult is it going to be, or has it been, to keep the players focused on the football rather than the Wrexham story, if you like, going on Saturday? Or has it been easy because you know that they're focused anyway?
Well, I think we went to watch Wrexham on Tuesday night at Doncaster, so I think we had a good opportunity to watch them live, which I think is always helpful. The Wrexham story, I see it as a really good one. As the Braintree manager and the Lincoln manager, I went to Wrexham in their darker days when they were stuck in non-league. Big club, but a club that was really suffering. But I had a support base that was so loyal and really stayed with their team, and it's for those guys that I feel most happy for. The guys the supporters that stayed with their team through those difficult periods in non-league, and of course the last 2 seasons under Ryan Reynolds and Rob McCleany has just been a fairy tale. Yeah, it's been an amazing story. Brilliant for Welsh football. I think brilliant for our pyramid. And the Football League. I think it's real profile across the world. So a lot to respect really. And of course Phil Parkinson, a manager that the Colchester supporters will know well. Brilliant what he created in his first job, I believe, to get Colchester United to the Championship. Just amazing. I think since then he's obviously worked at big clubs like Bolton Wanderers and Bradford City, and now another big club at Wrexham. He's been able to bring success wherever he's been. So a lot to admire, a lot to respect. For us, we are a team that is growing. We're 13 games in. I think we've taken points in 11 of those 13 games. I think the understanding, our identity, our spirit are growing. Our connection with the supporters is growing. We're unbeaten at home since we've been here, and we're really looking forward to the challenges that Saturday brings. Yeah,
and you mentioned there about the difficult times that Wrexham have had and the fans that stayed with them. We're in a difficult period, but like you say, we're selling out in the home ends where it looks like the city and the county want Colchester United to do well and want to back the players.
Absolutely. I think for us, I think the boys were surprised when I told them this morning that we were sold out, but they were so appreciative and so pleased. And we know that it's not going to be an 11-man job. I think we have 7 games in 21 days from Saturday. It's not going to be an 11-man job. It's going to need the whole squad. It's going to need the boys coming from the bench, the finishers, to come on and impact the game like they did at Newport County, like they did against Tranmere on the Monday. It's going to need the boys outside the squad to stay really professional, to keep to keep training really hard so that when the opportunity comes that they're ready. I actually think those boys are probably more important than the boys that start, because he's going to need the whole squad. He's going to need all of the staff, because the workload is going to be big, and we have to see the challenge, we have to enjoy the challenge, we have to run straight towards the challenge. And of course our supporters. You support Arsenal, you support Man City, you go maybe as the spectator, you go to watch the game, you go to be entertained, almost like you're going to the theatre. Well, in League Two, in Colchester United, you go, of course, to enjoy the game, but to know that you can actually play a part in the outcome of the game and that you can influence the game. And go back to Good Friday, Newport County, the way the supporters, the energy and the enthusiasm in the stadium at that game, their will got us over the line, and they have such an important part to play. So yeah, my advice, my team talk to the supporters are, have the early night on the Friday night, not too many beers, be in the best position come Saturday morning to get to the ground early, to support the players, to create the atmosphere, to drive their energy, because we're going to need everybody, and I mean everybody connected to this football club, that has this football club in their heart. We're going to need them all to bring their very, very best version of themselves, because we play Saturday to try to win the match.
Great to hear from Danny there, and just a reminder, you can have a look at the team that he has selected for this afternoon on our website and our social media. Before the match, we also spoke to Fikri Kelleher, and here's what the former Wrexham defender had to say.
Fikri, everything going on around Saturday's game, how easy has it been for the players to concentrate purely on the football side?
Yeah, we've had a nice break. We had yesterday off, just to recover from the long trip on Monday, and yeah, focus is on this big game on Saturday. We know it's going to be a sellout crowd, so it's going to be a good atmosphere, I'm hoping, and yeah, we just have to make sure that we turn up and start fast, really.
And I suppose it's one of those games all players look forward to it, when you know the atmosphere is going to be good, you know there's going to be a lot of people watching, and you just want to go out there and prove it against what are clearly one of the better sides in the division.
Yeah, they're doing well. They're a good side. They probably have some players that are above this level, but at the same time we have players who are similar, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, we just have to make sure that we rise to the occasion and don't leave everything out there. Because we have seven cup finals left, so yeah, Saturday's big.
And obviously over Easter, the 4 points out of 6, a good return. We all wanted 6, but you must be able to use that to bring confidence into these last 7 games you mentioned. Yeah,
and the most pleasing aspect was that we won on Friday at home, in front of our home crowd. And yeah, I think at home now, I think we have 5 games at home, so we really have to make sure that we're dominant there, and that we bring the fight to the teams that come, and I'm sure the fans will get behind us and help us to do that as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned there having a fast start. Was that the most disappointing thing about Monday, that we didn't get to grips with the game as quickly as we would have liked to?
Yeah. Listen, it's always tricky going Friday, Monday over Easter weekend, with the travelling as well on Sunday. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky to get your legs going, but that's what we're paid for. So yeah, we took that one on the chin, and we know it's not good enough. But like I said, that's kind of in the past now. Really, we just have to make sure that doesn't happen again, and that's all to play for on Saturday. Yeah,
and for you personally, a lot's happened in the last couple of years at Wrexham. But
yeah.
Is there any people you still know there, and how much of this new regime did you see early on?
Yeah, and not a whole lot. There's still one or two players there from when I was there. So yeah, I'll catch up with them after the game. But beforehand, it's put that aside and get on with the game. But yeah, look, it's just like any other game now. Really, it's one that we have to win. So I'll put all that to the side for now.
Great to hear from Kels there, and he'll be hoping to make an impact this afternoon. And before we let you go, it's time to look back at our last home game when we faced Newport County on Good Friday. So let's remind ourselves what happened then. a fantastic performance and a great result. And let's hope for more of the same this afternoon. Before I let you go, just a reminder, you can have a look at the team that Danny has selected on our website and our social media. That's about it from me. It's now time to go out there and cheer on the boys as they take on Wrexham.